And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And they'll start on the ground here on first down. They find some open field here. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Houston. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first and 10, here's Carr. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 42 yards. That's good.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On third down, here's Mills. And down he goes, sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. On the return, Jackson. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Carr now on 1st down.
That'll be caught by...
And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
97 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
Out to his left. And this is caught by... Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden see some open field and decide you're going for it and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 77 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
To throw his car. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And he fires one incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
93.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now Chandler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Chandler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mills. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. I guarantee you, it's not very good.
105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 29, Mills.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
To throw, Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down, Mills.
And that is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
109 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mills on first down.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Texans.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus.
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, Mills.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines, feel pretty good about themselves, and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Fourth down, Mills.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Las Vegas.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 18.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run it with Chandler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler.
And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Well, all Nichols there on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down now, it's Chandler, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Williams brings it in. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well. They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mills now. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on second down,
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And the Raiders have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And this is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
back to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 11 now.
Mills got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Carr going to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown Raiders.
Jalen darted.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. They'll try to run it with Jacobs.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Mills. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mills. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Carr going to look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.